is the new transit hub for downtown Las Vegas. There are 16 different bays at this facility, which means that 16 different bus routes will come in and go out of this specific facility. He immediately turned to footage that 3 of his surveillance cameras captured. This is also where he was gunned down, shot to death just over a week ago. John McCain, a little bit of a different philosophy. Why bring him in for this event to talk to the Nevada voters? It's actually a website that students discovered earlier this week, and on this website we have posts. This cost-cutting measure of closing the branch will not result in any layoffs. This is the apartment complex where the 9-year-old lives with his mother. He was found less than a block away. How difficult is it to fight a fire? He was beaten, left for dead, and run over by a car, and you can see the memorial that was built in his honor. Local law enforcement thought that this is the perfect time of year to remind everyone that if you drive under the influence, chances are you'll find yourself walking the line. Girard Metro is calling the 24-year-old woman's boyfriend a person of interest, and family members tell us that he was violent towards the victim in the past. Family member whispers a quiet prayer. Others turn to each other for comfort outside what can only be described as a gruesome crime scene.
My stepmom went upstairs and my daughters to knock on the door to see if she was there, and there wasn't no answer. So she came down and told me that she seen blood on the outside of the door.
Andre Brown discovered his ex-girlfriend's body around noon Saturday. The two have a 5-year-old daughter together, and when he didn't hear from 24-year-old Sagittarius Clark, he became worried. Police confirmed the young mother of 2, who was also 7 months pregnant, had been stabbed multiple times. Her body left in the living room.
I just talked to my niece Thursday, and I just told my niece, because she was telling me this situation, and I told her, I said, Sag, if you like me to, I will come to your house with you. She's like, TT, it's okay. You ain't got to come with me. I'll put him out. Me and him's not together. I'm going to be all right.
Sephora Clark, the victim's aunt, and her cousin Lynette Clark believe what happened to Sagittarius could have been prevented.
This is just pointless, you know, because we're getting a lot of domestic violence, and these women, this is somebody's sister, daughter, cousin, niece.
Those who knew her best described the victim as a loving and devoted mother. They only hope the person or persons responsible for her death will be found soon.
Not only is we losing my niece Smile, we losing a nephew who we will never be able to see how he's going to grow up to be a man.
The letter indicates that the allegations surrounding Dr. Michael Kaplan and now Dr. Lawrence Newman could mean there's a bigger problem in the valley. And that's why patient Robert Graham is speaking out. He believes more doctors are reusing single-use medical equipment.
I'm writing you this letter because you have received treatment at my office.
The letter arrived by certified mail Tuesday evening.
Your procedure may have exposed you to the blood of previous patients.
A notice from his doctor that Robert Graham says was more than concerning.
First, anger, distrust. Second, for a split second, sadness. Broke down maybe a little bit. If you let it get to you, you know, I mean, it's bad enough that you have prostate cancer.
Dr. Lawrence Newman, a Valley urologist, is notifying patients he reused medical equipment, namely needle guides, saying it was his understanding that it was standard practice. He's instructing patients to be tested for HIV, hepatitis B, and C. Dr. Newman's letter indicates a recent investigation made him aware of his actions, referring perhaps to allegations that Dr. Michael Kaplan did the same.
We received word yesterday that a doctor had self-reported that he was using the equipment in the same manner Dr. Kaplan was.
The Southern Nevada Health District's Jennifer Sizemore says the district sent letters to Dr. Kaplan's patients because his license was suspended, and that the department did not contact Dr. Newman's patients because he did.
We looked at the letter. It appears to be right in line with the recommendations we were making to the other set of patients.
When you received the letter, you called the doctor's office. Yeah. Graham says Dr. Newman personally called him to apologize and express concern. Graham is in no way blaming his physician, but says someone needs to take responsibility.
More than 2 are doing it in this city, and God knows how many are doing it across the country. If they all, Both of these doctors said it's common practice.
The letter Dr. Newman sent did not indicate which patients should be tested, but it did recommend any patient that had a biopsy after September 29th of 2010 should be tested for HIV, hepatitis B, and hepatitis C twice, once now and then again in 6 months. In the newsroom, Anita Roman, News 3. Gunshots ring out in this home video taken late Wednesday night.
Oh, that was gunfire. That was gunshot.
Frightening moments for the man behind the camera, Valley resident Stephen Muse.
I could hear the cops yelling at the guy, you know, put down the gun, come out with your hands up.
It was boom, 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 boom.
Doug Moore heard the shots too.
It was very quick, very clear.
Moore, who lives down the street from the Broadstone Montecito apartment complex near Grand Teton and Grand Canyon Avenue, says he called 911 sometime after midnight.
They told me right away that they had an officer responding.
According to Metro, several calls came in starting at 11:45. Reports of a man with a gun walking around the complex.
I heard the helicopter last night. I thought they were probably chasing somebody speeding around.
Metro says that several of the residents here at the complex told dispatch that they looked through their peephole only to see the suspect kicking at doors, jiggling handles in an attempt to get inside one of the units.
That person obviously had very harmful intent toward everybody who lives around here.
Metro says when officers confronted him, the suspect pointed a gun at them and fired his weapon. That's when police say he was shot.
Oh, that was gunfire. That was gunshot.
An incident witnesses like Muse never thought would happen so close to home.
It was just crazy. I mean, this isn't something that happens in your neighborhood very often, and it was just kind of surreal, I guess.
Anita Roman, News 3.